the complex tapestry of land ownership and restitution in South Africa. In South Africa, land is not merely a source of shelter and sustenance, but a profound emblem of historical injustices and ongoing socio-economic debates. The land issue in South Africa is imbued with a history that dates back centuries, involving multiple layers of occupation, dispossession, and restitution. Centuries ago, the Khoisan were the predominant inhabitants of what is now known as South Africa, long before the Bantu migrations began. During these migrations, land ownership dynamics began to shift significantly. European settlers arrived approximately concurrently, establishing their first footprint at what is now Cape Town, marking the beginning of a complex period of land occupation and contestation. Throughout the colonial and apartheid eras, tribal lands such as those of the Zulus, Xhosas, and Vendas remained relatively intact. These groups were allocated homelands and financial support by the apartheid government under policies of separate development. However, massive disparities and misallocation of resources prevailed. The 1913 Land Act marked a critical turning point, legally entrenching the dispossession of Black South Africans from land they had occupied, further exacerbating inequality. This law sought to control Black migration to urban areas established by Europeans by confining Black populations to designated townships, effectively segregating the population and limiting economic opportunities for many. With the end of apartheid, the South African government embarked on an ambitious land reform policy aimed at addressing the historical injustices caused by arbitrary dispossession. However, the implementation of these policies has been fraught with challenges, including corruption and a preference by many claimants for monetary compensation over land restitution. Despite the availability of processes for land claims under the new legislative frameworks, a significant percentage of potential claimants opted for financial compensation instead of land ownership, a decision that has implications for the demographic and economic landscape of land in South Africa. Moreover, efforts at land redistribution have been marred by allegations of corruption and inefficiency, leading to widespread dissatisfaction and controversy. As of today, there remains a significant portion of the South African population without land, in a country where land ownership is still tied deeply to economic opportunities and socioeconomic status. The ANC's current approach to land reform and the debates surrounding expropriation without compensation continue to stir formidable public discourse and concern over potential impacts similar to those experienced in Zimbabwe's land seizures. The narrative that South Africa could emulate Zimbabwean-style expropriation leads to fears of civil unrest and further economic instability. These concerns underscore the need for a balanced approach to land reform, one that not only addresses historical injustices, but also fosters economic growth and stability. For any meaningful progress in land reform, there must be a concerted effort towards inclusive policies that ensure fair distribution and use of land while promoting economic development and social cohesion. Education and moral guidance are posited as necessary for empowering citizens to acquire land legally and sustainably, thereby contributing to a stable and prosperous South Africa. The South African land issue remains a poignant reminder of the country's fraught history and the ongoing need to find solutions that reconcile the past with a vision for a more equitable future. Thank you for choosing Satori News.